When I was in addiction, the whole idea of when you're coming through addiction is to keep yourself busy. So when I first come into service, I had a lot of free days. So one of the days was, would you like to go to drama group? And at the time, I'd never done drama before ever. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go. If it helps me in my recovery, fine, great. Yeah. So then, that was 18 months ago. So I liked it. Well, first of all, I was a bit apprehensive because I didn't think it was for me. So I started going to the other group, and I found it gave me a sense of being, confidence. So through that, I thought, yeah, that's for me. It's helping me along. But at the end of the day, it's fun because you're portraying a character which in real life could be anyone, because the whole idea of portraying someone, especially with collective encounters, is that everything is fact-based. So every play which I've been in, Farewell Welfare, Crack, which I'm in at the moment, and Welford's Health, it's about the government cuts, how the people of a certain age are looked upon by the NHS, how their views are taken in, how they are treated. So everything that Collective Encounters does, it's relevant to the situation and to the present day. So then I did a facilitation training with Abby at Collective Encounters, and the rest is history really. I've been with them now 20 months now. I'm also a member of the Third Age Company, which is part of Collective Encounters banner. So with them, I've been to Bristol, I've been to Leeds performing with the Everyman, which I would never have done if I hadn't joined Collective Encounters. I think, yeah, it does, because for the simple reason being is that a lot of people look at it but don't actually realise what it's about. And if you can show them that actually this is going on in life, but everyone's turning a blind eye to it. It's like if you say, oh, there's a homeless guy there, but you don't actually realise how he got there, you know, what was going through his mind, how did he end up on the street, what brought him to that position where he is now. So therefore the theatre brings to life his life story. So people actually say, well, yeah, God, yeah, I didn't realise he'd had a breakdown, or he was in the army, come home, his wife had left him, no more friends anymore. What do you do? I'm just going to be a loner. And next thing you're on the streets. So people don't realise that through theatre you can actually see life as it is in real life, not just as it's portrayed on the telly. I've always been a confident person, as I was a catering manager, so I've always been used to dealing with individuals really, not so much a collective company. So when you're in addiction, you're on your own, you know, so you haven't got anyone to turn to, so you do tend to be on your own really. So when I joined the company, I've seen that my confidence grew, and I'll facilitate quite a few groups for people with addiction, drug and drink addiction. I run a reading group, which I also joined, which is the Reader organisation, which is based in Liverpool. And I read to people with a drug and drink addiction. So all this confidence I've gained through being in drama, going to drama, and not being ashamed of whatever you say. It doesn't really matter because it's your point of view. And at the end of the day, if you can't put across your point of view, what's the use of saying it anyway? The best selling one for me probably was the Everyman Theatre last year on the Friday when we did our my first show anyway, with Collective Encounters. If I'd have said to my mates, you know, 4 or 5 years ago when I was in addiction, on the 2nd of December 2015, I'd be performing at the Everyman Theatre in a show with a gang of other people, you know, they'd probably put me in a straitjacket and haul me up to hospital. But yeah, and seeing your family there as well, which is really great. You know, because at the end of the day, they come through the lows that you go through, and when you're on a high, they're on a high. So yeah, I'd say being at the Everyman last year, and then one of the scariest things was when I had to do it in Kirby, because I used to be in recovery in Kirby, so we actually did it at the CTL centre in Kirby, so it was about 70 people there, and I probably knew every one of them, either staff or through groups that I'd been running, or when I was actually in a group myself. And it shows what achievement that I'd actually made. Even with the tutor, I was just doing a foundation recovery course at the time. She came to it, and even she said, you know, how much improved that I had come on in the six months that I've been going to drama. You know, how my outlook on life, my persona had all changed through collective encounters. It's actually when I get the script for the first time, and I think to myself, God, I'm never going to learn that. You know, there's no way in a million years I could learn that. But at the end of the day, like, it's only words. You know, it's only like everyone learns the ABC when they're a kid, and you never forget it. You know, everyone has their own ways of learning lines. You know, mine is I do a block of learning, get it into my head, say it loud and loud and loud and loud and loud, until I've got it. And it doesn't always work on the same day, but you know, once I repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat, it actually gets there, and I enjoy doing it. Like my girlfriend doesn't, because I'm often talking in my sleep, like, but it's actually good. And through collective encounters, you know, we have a core group of about 7 or 8 of us, and we've all got problems in our life which we've been through, and some of them are still going through. But we're a company, as in we're all teamwork. You know, no one's better than the other. We're all on equal level. So which is really great, because you know, we don't look at anyone saying, oh, well, they're learning lines better than me, or whatever it is. We're all learning lines at the same time. We all know what we've got to do, and when we all put it together, that's when the big picture comes about. What can be achieved if you work hard? And at the end of the day, whatever you do in life, you know, you have to have a purpose, and the purpose for me is to carry on with my recovery, carry on giving what I give to other people, and the inspiration that they can get from me. It's just to say, well, a year ago I was a pisser, but now look at me, you know, no longer does the drink there anymore, through not so much collective encounters, but with collective encounters and the leader organisation. I'd say, well, you've always got to try something once. You know, at the end of the day, when I first come into the drama, I didn't want to do it. You know, I must admit, I attended a group purposely because it was one of the days I didn't have anything on. So, but at the end of the session, which was in Kirby, I thought, well, yeah, it's a little bit of fun there. I'll have a go at that. So anyone who's coming out of addiction, you know, we're always told to take baby steps. So you take baby steps. So when you're doing the drama, it's a release. It's a bit of fun. It's free. It's enjoyment. There's nothing's right, nothing's wrong. You know, everything's there. You never say sorry, because you know, if you get it wrong, so you get it wrong. There's no big deal about it. And it's for any age, you know, young, old. You know, I'm part of the third age company. You know, the eldest girl there is 87, and it's a bundle of fun, and it's something to look forward to every week coming in. And for those that are in addiction, it's hard for people, and myself really, when you try something new. It's going to work for you. If it doesn't work for me, what am I going to do then? But if you don't try it, you're not going to know. So trying something new for the first time, try again. And if you enjoy it, stick with it, because if you're enjoying it, it's doing something for you. And if it's doing something for you, it's keeping them thoughts away.